It's just one job, and that's to introduce our CEO, the wonderful Linda Little.
Oh, come on. You guys can do better than that on this Sunday morning. You know, when I pulled in today, I got a little bit emotional because this is the first time that we've been in person since the pandemic started. And our last ride was in 2019, 3 years ago. We had a virtual ride last year. And so this year is really special because it signifies the resilience of Detroit, the resilience of our NSO village, which is all of you in our community. And I want to thank you for being here today and supporting Handlebars for the Homeless. Woo! This is 11 years, our 11th year doing this. I want to thank David Rudolph for his visionary idea to put this event together 11 years ago. Tom Page for his support, Darvell Powell. That is our esteemed committee of volunteers, community volunteers that worked along with the NSO staff to help put this event together. Katrina is very modest. She and Kelly Robinson is around here somewhere. All of you probably touched her. They coordinated this event with fine touch and made sure they covered every base for all of you. So I want to give them a round of applause. And then I want to thank our NSO board members that are here. Reggie Pelzer, who's been a long-time NSO board member. He was our treasurer. He's a firm supporter. We thank you for being here. Hubert Massey is around here somewhere. We have Akeem Berry from the city of Detroit who's here, a wonderful supporter of NSO and on our board. We also have Terry Reed, who's here. He's on our Partners for Health board, which is a subsidiary of NSO. Tyra Evans is our current board treasurer. There she is up front, lovely Tyra. Stephanie Jones, chair of our governance committee of the board. Good to see you. I was going to call you Little Stephanie. Stephanie Jones. And I also want to say special thanks to Sheila Clay. I just saw her. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. She is our wonderful CEO of NSO for 22 years. Retired in 2018. She and her husband Harold are here. And all of our sponsors. You see the long list, and on your t-shirt and on my t-shirts, all of you who donated, contributed, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and continuing to support NSO. We're going to kick off the event, but before we do, I want to just read a little something to give us all perspective about why we are here. And it's a poem. And the poem is called The Homeless Stretch. And I don't have my glasses, so bear with me. Stretch the chicken, it might keep. Stretch the peanut butter, 2 bites more. Stretch the Kool-Aid for 1 more drink. Frugal is the only way we think. Stretch the towel, 1 clean corner still. Stretch the soap, there's just me. Stretch my clothing for 1 more wear. Thank God there is no one near. Stretch my smile, for there is still hope. Stretch my good mood for another day. Stretch my prayers, I can do 1 more. Hoping God won't close any more doors. Stretch the blanket over my head. Stretch the warmth through till dawn. Stretch my sleep till morning comes, and then stretch the warmth of the sun. So my dear friends, as we do this ride, let's remember who we're riding for. That's our homeless stretch. We got 15 miles in this stretch for them. Thank you so much.
Yay, Linda!
I want to introduce David Rudolph. Where's David? Oh, our wonderful state senator just walked in, Adam Ollier.
Yay!
You want Adam to speak, David, before you, or you want to? You want him to
go first?
See how collegial we are? It's all about community. Come on.
Good morning, everyone. Well, I want to thank all of you, each and every one, for coming out to Handlebars for the Homeless. I look forward to this time of year. It has been 3 years since we have come back together to fellowship, to do some real good for the mission work here at NSO and our homeless recovery services types of endeavors. And so I just want to say thank you. It's been a tough couple of years. Obviously, we've been in a pandemic. We have not been able to come together. To be able to see the faces here, so many friends, so much. I'm excited, I'm overwhelmed. It has been a pure joy in terms of my level of commitment and participation in this event. I see my fellow board colleagues. I'm celebrating my 15th years, I think, this year on the board at NSO. So NSO is a part of my DNA now. It is something that I look forward to it, and really it gives me my North Star in terms of, you know, what this city needs. And so we're in every space in terms of not only our homeless work, but also, you know, our behavioral health work. So those are our front-facing types of programs that you may know of. Continue to support this organization. They're doing great work. Linda is doing a phenomenal job here, leading us into the future. Things are changing. You know, it's rough for people out here in Detroit, and we're only as strong as a community as our weakest link. And so we're here to shore up that link. So I welcome you. I love to have the conversations on the ride. Come and chase me down. You see, I have a knee brace. I'm going to have knee surgery soon. So if I fall down, somebody help. But again, thank you for being here. It is a pure joy and honor to hear. And thanks for so much of the love. Thank you.
How y'all doing this morning?
Morning!
See, that sounds like people who are excited to get out and ride, right? I just want to say thank you to NSO for all the incredible work that they do, but that is only possible because of the work that you do. Over the last 2 years, people have realized that behavioral health is a problem, right? And they didn't talk about it 10 years ago, they didn't talk about it 5 years, weren't talking about these issues. But NSO has been doing this work my entire life. As we talk about homelessness and housing affordability, people weren't talking about permanent supported housing last year, 3 years ago. But today, everyone recognizes that we're in a housing crisis, right? Yes.
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 But this is the largest permanent supported housing in the state. And it would have been bigger, but the state said we didn't need it. We didn't need those extra units. And so you all coming out every year continues to build the message that this is important work, that this work needs to be done, and that you care and that people follow it, because it's really important. And there's more space in the building. Is there more space in the building? There's more space in the building? So, but we could build more space, right? We could build more units. So I'm here to remind you that the reason that you show up and the work that you do continues to make NSO in the news, so that they go back and can say, hey, listen to us. We have more space. We can put more units in, because we know that there is. Because without the hard work that you do, they don't get the kind of exposure, they don't get the kind of news, they don't get the donations and the support that is necessary for them to go out and do the work to make sure that this building gets filled up with more units, because every apartment is full, to make sure that they have more capacity for the behavioral health program, because every one of those is full. And there's a waiting list, and it's long, right? And so remember, when you come out here, it's not just to ride with your friends, it's not just for the great conversations, it's to make sure that people know that there is a facility here that is doing incredible work, and with your help raising the bar, they will get more space and more capacity to fill the need that we know is 10 or 15-fold what they have the capacity to do. So I just want to thank Linda and all the staff at NSO, the board of directors, and most importantly, everybody who is here and who donates and helps tell the story of what NSO does. So get your phones out, make sure you tweet or put on Facebook or Instagram, or if you TikTok, I don't know how to do it. What's the hashtag, Linda?
Hashtag H4H.
H.
NSO H4H.
2022.
Katrina, what's the hashtag?
NSO H4H 2022. NSO H4H2022.
Okay, so again, take out your phone and post on social media that you are here. Take a photo with your friends. Do all those kind of things, because that's where the donations go. That's where the capacity is built. If you aren't posting that you were here, people don't know. So people my age will say pics or it didn't happen. So make sure you take lots of pics, do some video, do all of those kind of things so that people know, because it is going to encourage someone else to donate. The purpose of today is to get the word out about the good work that NSO does and for your network to see it. So thank you so much for coming today. Thank you even more for sharing and being a part of the NSO family.
This is his district, and he is such an advocate for NSO, not just here in the community, in Lansing. He is a strong avid force for Detroiters and for NSO, and I want to thank you. We've been working together on this housing crisis to help make affordable housing affordable, because it's really not affordable. Affordable housing units are between $1,200 and $1,600, and the average workforce can't afford that every month. So we're working to make some solutions, right, Adam? We're gonna make affordable housing affordable for Detroiters. I don't know, if you want to talk about our summit a little bit that's coming.
If you follow NSO on social media, you'll hear all about it, but we're working with the Michigan Chronicle to talk about just that issue as we continue to expand the work that we're doing. So follow us, Katrina, where are we following? Oh, that's exciting. Everybody's getting ready to go.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I want to bring up Tom Page. He's going to talk about some of our safety tips. Tom's safety tips. Tom was also an NSO board member, and thank you, Tom.
Okay, very quickly, first of all, I just want to acknowledge all the various teams that we have here, not just individuals, but the teams. So give yourself a big shout out for that, and thank you. Yay! Okay, the key to a safe and successful ride are what are called the sweepers, and sweepers are those that keep the ride together, intercede if there's somebody's having problems either physically or with their bike. So we have a bunch of the sweepers in front. If you see ambassadors on the front, ride support in the back, those are sweepers. We have a bunch of other ones. So we have the 313 ambassadors. Let's give yourself a shout out. And we have the Merlin Wells All-Stars right over there. I named them. So we have a number of other sweepers. So if they ask you to get to the right or do something or stop, please listen to them. We're also going to have Superior Ambulance following us, as well as a couple of SAG vehicles, which means support and gear. So they're very much the key. Just stay together, watch where you're going. If we're going through an intersection, just because the person in front of you has gone through, and make sure that it's safe before you go through. A fun route, 7.5 miles each way, with a mid-course stop at the Clay Center, the eponymous Clay Center. We also see on each of the tables, and we can take care of these later, what are called spoke cards. And these are mementos from the ride here, and some of the sweepers will help you install those things afterwards. So after we get back, we're going to be having a raffle drawings to win some great prizes. And also, on a sad note, this last Thursday, a friend of the cycling community in Detroit and a friend of the neighborhood service organization, Larry Kozel, passed away. Larry came down with COVID in February of 2020, which is just when everything started, and he never fully recovered from that. But I remember a few years ago, Larry couldn't ride. He had some bad knees, and he couldn't ride, but he came to volunteer anyway, and he joined